Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about something that is very prevalent and it happens a lot. It happened to me too. I'm talking about getting scammed. I almost got scammed and lost everything, but I was at the end of it like able to recover. I was able to transfer the money out of my bank account and block it, so my money is safe. My account is still in the recovery process, and I wanted to tell you all about what exactly happened. Number one, and number two, also take you all through what the red flags were for me. What was it due to which I could take the immediate steps, due to which I did not end up losing the money I had, and what you could do to prevent it from happening to you. So let me just begin at the beginning. Last Monday or Sunday, last week, I received an email from a brand for a collaboration, and I went to the website. Of course, I usually do like a thorough vetting process before I agree to work with any brand, because I really need to check what they stand for, what their ethics are, if the design aesthetics also match with me. There are a lot of factors that go into me signing up a brand and agreeing to work with them. It was an international brand. So I went to the website, everything looked good. I went, checked their Instagram, it looked fine. I had a few questions, which of course they answered. And then I moved ahead with providing my commercials, my media kit, and it was back and forth on emails in terms of deliverables. How many videos are we looking at? What is the length of the collaboration? How many posts a week, etc. So a lot of thought process went into it. I pitched my ideas, etc. And finally, when it was time to go ahead, and my quotation was approved, the someone from the sales team got in touch with me. Another thing that they had told me beforehand was that since the COVID situation is prevalent, they will not be able to ship internationally from their website, but for this same reason they would use eBay as their partner with them, and they would send it through eBay. um, Now, here's where it started getting a little tricky. So, what they said is, while I would not have to pay anything at all in terms of the clothes, I had to purchase, I had to get 20 outfits from them. While I would not have to pay anything in terms of clothes, I would have to pay a $1.99, which is a $2 fee, which eBay currently has for shipping, and then that they're donating to other people, etc. And honestly, given the quotation that I had pitched to them, I really didn't mind. I was okay with it. I have done that with another brand before, and it's absolutely fine. So I agreed to it and I went ahead with it. Now, someone from the sales rep got in touch with me on WhatsApp. It was a business account by the name of the company, and we spoke about it. I sent them the links of the outfits that I really liked, that I would like to promote, and then they sent me a link on eBay through which I just had to check out. Now is when the whole situation begins to get a little tricky. So when I went on eBay, none of the clothes that I selected were available. There was just a tab that said check out as a collaborator. And I spoke to them. I was like, hey, I can't see any clothes. Like, what do I do? So they're just like, they said there's a checkout as a collaborator tab. Just do that, and then it will take you right to the landing page where you put in your address, etc. And I was like, okay, cool. And while I was filling in my address, it did not seem the same as the eBay account, the other eBay accounts. So you know how when you are placing an order from international websites or any websites, even Amazon or your Zomato or Swiggy, when you're writing your address, usually there's a drop down. So, say for example, your states are available in a drop down, your country is available in a drop down. This seemed similar. It just did not seem the same to me, and I started getting like a weird feeling about this. But I still went ahead because I was like, maybe it's check out as a collaborator, maybe it will work. And then I went ahead. Now, another thing that they told me was that a lot of Indian influencers that they were collaborating with were facing an issue with entering their debit card pins. So, with the debit card and PayPal payments, so they suggested that I use my net banking for this. The moment they said that I was again like, I don't know if this sounds okay to me. So when I went onto the landing page after putting my website, when I went to the payment page, I put in first my debit card details to pay the $1.99 fee. Now, when I put in my debit card details, it led me to the OTP page, but the OTP never arrived on my phone and then it kind of crashed. So I went back, and by this time, I'm still receiving a WhatsApp saying, "Hey, is everything okay? Hope the traffic on the website isn't too much." And I'm like, "No, no, it's fine. Let me sort this." And then I put in my net banking detail. Now, for me to put in my net banking detail, I use a bank which asks me to put the customer relation number, and then I have a PIN. That's it. There's no net banking thorough process. So ideally, you put in your net banking login details, you put your OTP, transaction is done, right? With this, it went to the net banking detail. Then it asked for an OTP, which did arrive on my phone, and then it took me to another page where I had to insert my PIN again, which was odd, which I did. As soon as I sent that, I received an email. I received a message from my bank saying my mobile app had been activated on another device called Techno CX Air. The first thing I did as soon as I realized that my device, my bank account has been activated on another device, is check what Techno CX Air was. As soon as I realized it was a phone that is not used here, it is used abroad. As soon as I realized that, the first thing I did was go back into my account, transfer all the funds. I broke all my deposits. I transferred all of that money also out completely into another account. And then I contacted my bank, and then I blocked my bank account, and I blocked my card and any other GPay, etc., that the bank could block at that time. Also, keep in mind this was around 9 o'clock in the night, so the banks are not functioning for phone banking beyond a certain time period given the situations, right? The most I could do via the phone banking was this is block everything. And then I text them saying, there's so and so has happened. I'm just reporting this. After I had done all this, I sent a text message to them saying, hey, so and so has happened. I've reported it. And then I started suspecting something really fishy. Like, the first thing I had to do was save everything, and then I started reflecting on it. When I started reflecting on it, I went back to my emails and I checked the email ID. Now, usually, companies, brands that are established even a little bit, send you an email from using @their brand name.com. So, say for example, if my brand name is InfoStyle, you will receive an email from me that says info@infostyle.com, or hello@infostyle.com, or contact us at infostyle.com, right? But the message I had received was the name of the brand @gmail.com. And so I went back to the Instagram page and I checked on the contact, and it was info@the name of the brand.com, which is when a lot of bells started ringing for me. And I was like, this seems like someone tried to fish me. I had 73 paise left in my bank account because I was too lazy to move the 73 paise out. I had 73 paise in my bank account, which went to 0.00. And I wrote directly, I sent a DM to this brand asking them to verify if they had ever sent an email of this sort to me. And then I dropped a comment on the first picture that they had posted on their profile, telling them to check their DMs urgently. This was late in the night, it's an international brand. The next morning, I woke up to a message saying they never sent an email of this sort at all, which is when I realized shit really hit the fan and how close I was to losing so much money. And I was so glad that I had the presence of mind to take decisions and act as quickly as I did, because had I waited even 5 more minutes, I would have lost all my money. I literally transferred everything out within 2 minutes. and that really saved me a lot of hassle. My account is in the process of recovery, so I immediately received, after all of this was done, I received a call from my bank asking, because I had asked for blocking it and a lot of money had been moved out to make my account nil. The department that takes care of fraudulent transactions called me up from the bank to check if these were my transactions, and I told them what had happened, and they said I had to call the phone banking the next morning. I called them, and they said they would have to activate my account and then took me through the steps for reclaiming my account. But first they had to deactivate my account from the device where it was activated, which was ideally supposed to happen, but they were facing difficulties in that. So now the tech team is involved and they're trying to recover. It's a very long process. I'll probably be waiting for this to come back to me till the middle of the week. But I'm putting this out there because I, being so aware of everything and having the sort of trust issues that I do, almost fell prey to this. So, what is it that you could take away from this? What is it that would help you in this? Firstly, check. I think the first thing I could have done better, and which I will implement now, is that when I receive an email from a brand, I will verify, I will check. So usually when an email comes to you, it comes with the name. Now it does not come with the whole email ID, right? So I will check the email ID and then I will cross verify it with the platform. If it doesn't match to me, I think the ideal thing for me to do at that point will be to drop a DM to them and see if it is them, to cross check. That is one. Second is, do not use net banking for any of your online transactions unless it's absolutely necessary. Use your card details, which is going to make your process a lot easier, because it just deducts from your card. You're not putting your entire net banking details online, and that is another thing that I learned from this. The third is the authenticity of platforms. So when I went back to the link that they had provided me for eBay, that link was non-existent, which means this link was created with the logo of eBay, with how similar the whole setup looked. Whoever created it had really created a proper link. So be careful about like the authenticity. Try to go back and forth. When I tried to click home, etc., it went to the home page of eBay. I cross verified before I entered. So when I was worried about the address pages not looking the same, I decided to check if the link that they had provided to me went back to the homepage, and it did go back to the same homepage, which is why I thought maybe it works. But if you have a lot of doubts, cross check, cross verify, nothing is worth this. And just be safe, be more mindful, be more aware. I feel a lot of times your gut tries to tell you something, and I kept listening to my gut. Like my first red flag was when I was when the address tabs didn't match. The second one was when I was asked to put in my net banking instead of card details, and my gut just went like something is off. So listen to your gut. I feel 99.99% of the times it knows what is happening and it's telling you the truth. So listen to it and just be safe. Like if you have something to take care of, just be safe. Like be proactive, be mindful when you're making transactions like these. Another thing that I think I will incorporate is have two bank accounts in case something like this ever happens again and I'm not able to take care of it. What I'm ideally going to do is now have a bank account with like relatively very less money. So for transactions like these or things like these or days like these, I will only use um, that bank account, in which way I will end up keeping the rest of my money very secure. So these are things that I think, the steps that I will take now to move forward, and things that you could learn from. I don't want to say like the whole like, share, subscribe thing here, because this video is really, really not for that. I just hope you are safe and you get something out of this, and please keep your money secure. It is your future. Be mindful about it, and in case something like this does happen and you end up losing your money, immediately get in touch with your bank, immediately block your account, even if you've lost the money, because you have information of other people over there you have a lot of information in your bank account, like your PAN card details, that are linked to your other accounts, etc. So just be very, very mindful and very careful. Get in touch with your bank, get in touch with the cyber cell, and get this sorted. I'm really grateful that I had the presence of mind, and I really hope like this video could help you in any which way possible. I will see you all soon in the next video in the next 2 or 3 days. Bye.